Hey, welcome back to English with Kate, the podcast where we talk about life, language, and low key losing our minds online. But in English, you can actually understand. I'm your host, Kohner, your internet bestie, emotional support girl in sweatpants. And today, your guide through an identity crisis. Because let's be real, some days I want to delete all my social media, sell everything I own, and move to a quiet forest to drink tea and talk to mushrooms. And other days, I want a Gucci bag, the iPhone 19 Pro Max, and a neon green latte with oat milk that costs $12. Tell me I'm not the only one living like this. Today, we're talking about the contradictions of modern life, the wild identity crisis of being online and over it at the same time. Minimalism versus materialism. Peace versus flex culture. And the hot take, we all have digital split personalities now. Let's start with the obvious. We are living double lives. There's real life you, the person who's just trying to make it through the day, eat three meals, and not lose your mind from screen time. Then there's online you, the aesthetic, curated, mildly filtered version of yourself who posts nature is healing while literally scrolling in bed for 4 hours straight. We want to log off, but we also want to go viral. We crave simplicity, but also dopamine hits from likes and niche memes. I call this digital duality, and no one warned us about it. This is where things get weird. You will be watching a YouTube video about decluttering your life and suddenly be like, yes, I will own only 12 things. I will wear linen. I will become one with the trees. Then 10 minutes later, you're deep on TikTok watching unboxing videos like, why don't I have a Stanley Cup in 8 different colors? Do I even exist? Let's be honest, it's exhausting. Like, why am I building Pinterest boards for both a tiny cabin in woods and a luxury condo with a marble kitchen? Okay, here's a hot take. Minimalism is low-key expensive. Hear me out. The clean girl aesthetic, the beige lifestyle, all that stuff is marketed as simple and peaceful, but it's still aesthetic. It still requires money. Clean candles, matching glass jars, organic everything. You're not living simply, you're just buying different stuff with less color. So it's not minimalism, it's aesthetic consumerism pretending to be spiritual. Like, bro, I'm broke. I can't afford minimalism or maximalism. I just have a random collection of things I haven't thrown out yet. On the other end of the spectrum, flex culture. It used to be about money, logos, designer bags, name dropping your job title. Now, the flex is being mentally stable. Drinking 3 liters of water a day, journaling, going to therapy, having time to bake a banana bread on a Tuesday. But here's the twist, even self care has become competitive. You see someone post their 5 a.m. routine and suddenly feel like trash because you woke up at 10 and ate toast over the sink. We're flexing our lifestyles now, not just our stuff. And to be honest, it's exhausting. Can't I just exist? So I read this phrase recently and it said, we're not living our lives, we're performing them. Like, dang, that hit harder than my phone falling on my face in bed. It's true though. We go to the beach and instead of just swimming, we're filming it. We cook a meal and it has to be posted before it's even eaten. We can't just be, we have to prove we are. Even when we unplug, we're like, guys, just a reminder I'm taking a break from social media. Like, bro, just vanish. No one needs a press release. Haha. Now, let's talk about the fantasy. Running away to the forest. You know the dream? No Wi Fi, just trees, maybe a dog. You grow your own herbs, you write on a journal, and somehow heal every emotional wound from childhood. Sounds cute, right? But then you remember you're scared of bugs, allergic to grass, and get bored after 12 minutes without your phone. Plus, how are you gonna post your cottagecore lifestyle if there's no internet? It's not really the force we want. Maybe it's the feeling of being free, unplugged, unbothered. And unfortunately, that can't be bought or even faked on Instagram. So here's the thing no one's really saying. We've all developed digital split personalities. One version of us is online, curated, clever, aesthetic, soft filtered. The other is offline, awkward, messy, confused, sometimes crying over expired oat milk. They both exist. And honestly, I think that's okay. You can be both. You are already both. It's not fake, it's just survival. Okay, so after all this, after the forest fantasies and the Gucci cravings, the quiet minimalist mornings, and the late night online shopping sprees, what's the actual takeaway? Honestly, I think the most honest thing we can do is admit we're walking contradictions. We're digitally exhausted, but still doom scrolling. We want to unplug, but also the new iPhone just dropped and it's kind of really good. We love slow, intentional living, but if you post a cute aesthetic matcha latte, we're tapping like in zero point 0.2 seconds. And you know what? That doesn't make us fake, it makes us human. It means we are adjusting to a world that changes every 5 minutes. It means we're allowed to feel two things at once. We're allowed to crave silence and connection. We're allowed to want less and want more. So, if no one's told you this today, you do not have to pick a permanent identity. You do not have to choose forest or fashion. You can be a soft girl with rage, a quiet quitter who dreams big. You can delete everything and re download it next week. There's no prize for being consistent in a world that's this chaotic. Let yourself be messy. Let yourself change your mind. Let yourself be both. Because somewhere between your digital burnout and your Pinterest board, you're building a version of life that's weird, honest, and more importantly, yours. And that's kind of beautiful. Let's pause for the B2 babies who love new words. Here are 10 C1 level words we used today, explained simply and used in a sentence. Our first word is curated. Curated. It means carefully chosen and arranged. For example, our Instagram lives are curated to look perfect even if we're crying in real life. Next is duality. Duality. It's the state of having two different sides. For example, the duality of wanting peace and Prada is so real. Aesthetic. Aesthetic. It means related to beauty or visual style. For example, minimalism isn't just a lifestyle, it's whole aesthetic. Next is unhinged. Unhinged. It means mentally unstable or wildly irrational, mostly used humorously. For example, my shopping habits at 2 a.m. are completely unhinged. Our next word is consumerism. Consumerism. It's the habit of buying lots of things, especially unnecessary ones. For example, even self care has been swallowed by consumerism. Romanticize. Romanticize. It means to make something seem better or more magical than it really is. For example, I romanticize forest life until I remember bugs exist. Next is performative. Performative. It means done to get attention or look good, not because it's real. For example, our digital detox posts are kind of performative if we're being honest. Next word is contradiction. Contradiction. It means when two opposite things exist at the same time. For example, my life is one big contradiction, peace versus Prada. Next one is flex culture. Flex culture. It means showing off achievements, wealth, or lifestyle. For example, now people flex their morning routines instead of their bank accounts. And lastly, unplugged. Unplugged. It means not connected to the internet or tech. For example, we dream about being unplugged, but we panic when the Wi Fi is down. All right, friends, that's it for today's episode of English with Kay, where contradictions are normal, contradictions are you, and contradictions are kinda awesome. If today's episode made you laugh, cry, or scream into the void, send it to a friend who's also on the edge of deleting their entire digital life, but not before checking if their crush viewed their story. I'm Kuhnur, and I will catch you next time with more hot takes, weird rants, and real English for real life. Stay soft, stay loud, stay slightly chaotic. Peace out, everyone!
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more great content.